Hello Aran, you're a pre-sales EMEA lead from CA. Today's topic is about API management. But what is API management?
Okay, so API management is a couple of things. It's exposing your APIs and controlling those. So if I think about API management for most organizations, I'm thinking about them exposing their APIs, doing that in the most efficient way, integrating that into their into their existing infrastructure and securing that as well. So, exposing APIs to mobile applications, to business partners, to connected devices, IoT devices, and making sure that's managed properly and secured properly.
What's the biggest challenge people facing by implementing API management?
I think there are probably two. The first one is making that API successful. So designing it correctly, publishing it correctly, getting people to use it, making it friendly and out there. So not just creating an API that's invisible and not usable. And the other one is probably security. So when you're exposing an API, there are a number of new threats and things you need to worry about on top of things you're used to worrying about with websites and web applications. So device and application security as well as user security are probably the key things.
How do you see the adoption rate in the industry around API management?
I think it's very fast. I think it's across sector, it's across industries, it's even across business size. So we're talking about big enterprises down to small companies. They're exposing APIs because they want to get a mobile application out or they want to integrate with somebody. We have a mixture of organisations. I would say the people that have embraced this most are probably the less traditional businesses, new business models. So if you think about people who are doing car booking services and integrating with map services and that kind of stuff, there's no real historic platform behind it, then they're probably the quickest to embrace it and the most successful. People like banks and financial institutes have been a bit slower on the take-up, obviously, and I think that's a good thing as a customer of a bank. But they're even starting to move into now, we're seeing banks with APIs out there and even public APIs from financial institutions. Right. So, who's successful depends on who's doing the project.
Banks or financial institutions also want to move to API management, but security is mostly an issue there. Mm-hmm. Are they overcoming that hurdle, and why should they overcome that hurdle?
I think I'd go back to the people, the organisations with a non-traditional model. They're new to the market. They don't worry about how banks have done it for years. They're thinking about, first of all, their APIs are thinking about the developer, and second of all, they're thinking about the client, the end user. So, PayPal have made it particularly easy to transfer money, and that's through their services and their APIs. And if banks don't catch up with that, then people are going to start to use PayPal and Apple Pay, which is now out. So I think that's the big challenge for them. They need to keep pace with the rest of the market.
Okay. Can you give an example where you think, hey, API management is successfully implemented, where you think, hey, I'm proud of being delivering a solution for them? There's
several I'm proud of. I have an organisation in the UK. It's an insurance aggregator. They've really grown up. They were an early adopter of OAuth, and they now have a very standard API platform. So all their APIs are well designed, all their APIs are very consistent, and easy for their developers to use and easy for their third parties to use. They also have done that in a very secure way, and they're getting real value from that. They've designed that API, like I say, for external uses, but they're also using it internally. Okay. So their website, their internal applications are all using the API as well. So that's a nice use case. They've grown up with us, and they've done that very well. There are plenty of others that are, exciting. Connected car customers who are ones that are really interested in the moment, and they have a nice name. They're attractive to people to read about.
Okay, thank you for this explanation.